Hello everyone and welcome back to today's video. Today we are checking out the helicopter rescue script by London Studios. This is a paid script, so please keep that in mind for this video, but I would like to thank the team over there for allowing me to do a review of this resource. Anyway, it is exactly kind of what you think. It allows you to have a basket below a helicopter, which lets you lower it. It's fully synced among your players. It is all key binding too, and all of those good things. Key binding is not a word. You know what I mean though. So it's pretty cool. It is not subscription based. It is a one-time purchase. You can purchase it over on their TebEx page. I'll leave a link to all this down in the description. But once you have purchased it, all you have to do to install this resource is head over to Keymaster. This is where all your paid resources are handled, and you're going to find the one for your resource, which is helicopter rescue in this case. And I'm going to go ahead and press download. It's going to go ahead and download the latest version as a zip file. So I'm going to open this up with WinZip, 7-zip, WinRAR, whatever you use to open up your files. And then you're going to go into wherever you store your resources for your server. For me, it's my server data resources folder. Just as a reminder, if you're on Zap hosting, it's going to be your FTP file access. Or if you're using TXadmin, it's probably going to be a TX data folder or another folder where you decided to put all of your server files during the installation. For me, it is my server data resources because I've made my server a long time ago. And inside this inside this zip file is all of the files that you're going to need. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder. I'm going to name it Heli Rescue. So now it's Heli Rescue. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring over all of those files. So I'm just going to drag them all into the folder. And what you're going to do is you're going to go into the config.lua and edit this with something like Notepad or Notepad++. When you are in here, what you're going to do is you're just going to make sure any settings you want are set to what you want. The object model is by default the one that was created for this resource. I'm not going to change that. I don't have a custom model, but you can change that if you need. You have, if you want sound enabled, I'm going to keep it enabled because sound is cool. And then it has, if you want the draw, the altitude, the rope length, and the UI. All of the information is here on the right-hand side, which you can modify and change depending on what you need to do. It has the buttons, so you can go ahead and get these from the game reference controls. I'm going to keep everything default, but because they actually list out what those are here. But if you want to change them, if you have some other script that uses those, you can do that. If you are using any frameworks, including ACE permissions by standalone, you can go ahead and enable that here, and you can make it so the jobs are required for you to use the basket script. So please keep that in mind. If you're using a framework, you can customize it for that. You have the buttons down here, which are for the same type of thing. So it's just the buttons for the rescue basket, how you spawn it, etc., etc. And then you have the visual distances and markers and stuff that you can go ahead and set up here. These are the spawn points. So if you've never gotten a Vector 3 before, I'll leave a link to a video I did on it down below. But pretty much it's the location in the game where those baskets are going to spawn. You can add more if you want. And then, of course, you have all of the messages in here that you can change and customize to your liking. So that is all about the config. Really, it's drag and drop unless you want to customize it to your needs. I'm going to just go ahead and rename the folder. I'm just going to copy the name of the folder. I'm not going to actually rename it. And I'm going to go to my server.cfg file. And then I'm going to add just ensure the name of the resource. So in this case, Heli Rescue. Go ahead and save this file. And the way to make sure everything worked is when you start up your server, you're just going to look at the console and you're going to make sure everything has loaded successfully. And it's going to see started resource Heli Rescue. You know you are good to go. So why don't we hop in game and check it out and see what this is like. We can see coming in here on the roof that there is a orange circle. So if I'm going to go ahead and land for a moment, that's not my best landing, but it will do. You can use any helicopter for this. And it says spawn a rescue basket here. So I'm going to go ahead and press E to spawn a rescue basket. And this is going to go ahead and spawn one there. Now I can press X by connecting it to a nearby helicopter. So I'm going to go ahead and get in my helicopter. And I'm going to hover over the basket. Very carefully. I'm going to press X. Press X to connect to this basket. Oh, make sure you're not an idiot when flying. Nope. You must be 7.5 meters off the ground to connect it. Just be careful that you are actually 7.5 meters. I'm not exactly sure what 7.5 meters is, but I also clearly... There we go. We have connected. All right, so when you're in game, to lower it, you're just going to press down arrow. And you can hear the sound effects there. So it's going to lower until you stop it. And then if you press up arrow, it will go ahead and raise the basket back up to the top, which is awesome. and then you can lock it with the right arrow as well. So that is pretty much how this resource works. And if you want to go ahead and detach the basket, all you have to do is press X. And then it falls out of the sky. So if you want your patient to fall out of the sky, you can do that as well. Nice shot. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.